EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel state of North Carolina, where the spirit of the late Sam Mills lives on with the pounding of the drum as we're ready for football at Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Carolina Panthers.
The career's more at stake when you win your prime. That paper, baby, love is on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace.
Mike Tirico, along with my partner Greg Olson. It is the rookie Ryan Fitzgerald who gets this started. We are underway in Uptown Charlotte. He's to midfield, to the 20, and he takes this all the way back for 6. The opening kickoff of the afternoon turns into a touchdown. Greg, a dream start to this one. The opening kickoff taken back all the way for the first points of the game.
And each one of these teams, Mike, they've spent the entire week discussing how can we get off to a fast start. Well, you don't get out to much of a faster start than returning the opening kickoff of the game. It's a dream start, as you said. And, man, you just don't draw it up much better than that.
Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Panthers, nothing.
After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. On the return, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
Well, after the fireworks we just saw, Mike, now the question is, how do they respond? I think they have to be smart. Everything says, all right, we got to bounce back. We got to answer the score. Just come out and run your opening script. Whatever your plan was coming into the game, none of that changes just because your opponent struck first. Settle down, put together a good drive, establish some rhythm here. There's still a long way to go.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
Every defense in the league, Mike, they stress the importance of defending the middle of the field. And in this case, that's just too much room to operate. They have to find a way to close and cloudy up those windows, make the quarterback throw the ball to the sidelines. When you allow him to operate in there, especially with that much space, they're going to make for a long day.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Young. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
This is 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, Young. To the right side, he finds McMillan. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the first down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on fourth down.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Seahawks come out, and they are led by a new quarterback, Sam Darnold. From USC, he's bounced around for his first 7 seasons. This is 5th different franchise as he starts year 8 in the NFL, and Greg, it's year 1 with the Seahawks.
To say last year changed the trajectory of Sam Darnold's career feels a little bit like an understatement, doesn't it, Mike? I mean, the year he had in Minnesota alongside head coach Kevin O'Connell by far was the best year of his career, and it's a big reason why Seattle paid him what they did to come in, replace Geno Smith as the starting quarterback. So now the question is, years ago under Kyle Shanahan, 1 year under Kevin O'Connell, can he now bring that to Seattle and have that same level of success and take them back to the playoffs?
They keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. Has an opening, past the 40, and he'll be taken down. A gain of 16 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground, and tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around, so continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage, mix in the runs with the pass, and if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it. Yeah, that one just didn't feel right from the jump. I think he sensed that he was either going to take a sack or get baited into making a bad throw, so ultimately a good decision, just throw the ball away.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll step up and run, and he will slide at the end, give him about 5, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
3rd down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup at 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Pickup of 14 on that one. First down, Seattle.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense. So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
They need the 24-yard line as they come up for 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
On 4th down, the veteran Jason Myers for the Seattle field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. One quarter in the books. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal. This will be from 56 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a one-possession game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
The Panthers offense ready now for their second drive. They'll begin with terrific starting field position. It gets going with 1st and 10. To throw is Young. Crushed, it's incomplete. He did get the pass off, but he got drilled before he let it go.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10. Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
3rd and 10. Now Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively, and now decision time. What are you going to do on 4th down?
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he's going to have a Panthers 1st down. Oh, they took a chance there on 4th and 1, but it's a gain of 3. And a new set of down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll go play action with Young. That's taken in by McMillan. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That's his 3rd catch. Mike McDonald, not a huge fan of that last call, and he will throw the challenge flag.
Previous play is under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Young. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate. But also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
They'll run with Dowdle. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 12 there. It's good for a Panther 1st down.
First and 10.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass, unmask the defense, and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
Gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 9-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. To throw, Young. A throw on the move is caught. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Well, give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the first down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the first down.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Rico Dowdle, touchdown, Panthers.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
The PAT, up and good. And the Panthers will level things out at 7 apiece. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. On the return, here comes White. Now an opening past the 30. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Seahawks offense ready for their second possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. On play action, here's Darnold. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Dump this off to Charbonnet, complete, and this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. So it's 4th down. The Seahawks send out the Aussie Michael Dixon to punt. Trevor Etienne is back deep for Carolina. He'll take this in back at the 16. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Young. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's 2nd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
On 2nd down, Young. He'll step up and run this. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Throwing is Young. He'll try to run for it. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the 1st down.
He'll take off again. And Young will have a 1st down, able to slide to avoid the contact at the end of the play.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
On play action, Young. There he goes again. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
2nd and 7. Here's Young to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. It's 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Young. He's got a man. That's McMillan. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown. You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Really nice sequence of plays here defensively, not only to force the 3rd and long, but then you really take away all of the quarterback's options downfield, left him with nothing really else to do but to just simply throw that one away.
Here's Sam Martin now, as they'll say no to the long field goal and hope to pin them deep. And that one not returnable, out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Scott Hansen here with an abridged version of the halftime report. Both offenses still trying to find their way. Tight, competitive game, though, as we are tied at the half. To find out who will come out on top, let's rejoin our broadcast team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you, my friend. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. A touchdown apiece, 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. To return is Hubbard. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Whoa! And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball, modest gain.
Off play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll swing this out to Dowdle. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a first down.
If you want to play running back in today's modern NFL, Mike, you have to be able to be a viable weapon in the passing game. It's all about touches. It's not just about handoffs anymore. It's how many different ways can we get the ball in your hands.
Young to throw on first down. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And he's in! Xavier Legette, touchdown, Carolina. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. And in this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. He's got it. The Panthers will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Seahawks 7.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Well, Seahawks offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. Darnold to throw. Shaheed with the catch. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
That's good.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
Remember this one thing. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Darnold. And then Jigba left side, he's got it. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job there defensively, playing the integrity of that zone defense so well. Anytime an offense is running these crossing routes or these underneath drag routes, they're trying to cause confusion with the underneath zone defenders. In this case, they all stuck to their reads, they all played their responsibilities, and they're not able to pick up any additional yards after the catch.
It's a gain of 8. That's another Seahawks first down.
This has been a really impressive drive, Mike, really from the start. And this is something defenses want to force offenses to do. Methodically work their way down the field, but they've been highly efficient, and now they get another first down.
Now, this looks like a design run, and that run shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight, but nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
3rd down and 3. throwing. Darnold throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
When you run these quick smokes or tunnels, wide receiver screens, they go by a variety of names. When you throw the ball to your wide receiver behind the line of scrimmage, you're counting on the defense playing very soft, and it's all going to be run after the catch. He's able to pick up enough here to bring up 1st down.
We're off to the 4th quarter here on Christmas Day. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Darnold. Over the middle, Smith and Jigba with the grab. And the Seahawks are going to be looking at 1st and goal. They move it down to the 4.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive...
And that big offensive run, clearing space. He's in. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seahawks. A huge touchdown there in the 4th quarter, and now just a point away from tying the game.
And that's one of those drives, Mike, where you know your best is needed. Can you come through here late and give your team a chance? They're an extra point away from tying this thing up, and we got ourselves a ball game.
So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. Even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. This game all even now following that touchdown a moment ago, and they'll look to retake the lead on this drive that starts with 1st down. Now Darnold, and he finds some daylight up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 2. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker, and they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher.
Still 3rd down.
So instead of 3rd and short, it's now 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Young. Looking left side, his tight end Tremble. And he'll try to get to the marker, but he's going to wind up a yard or 2 short.
4-yard gain.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells you, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. We're all even, 4th quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Darnold. His pass taken in by Shaheed. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 26-yard line.
2nd down and 6 now from the 26. To throw is Darnold. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Barner. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the 1st down.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
It's a big play when they needed it the most. 62 yards.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover,
and he'll take it on in. Cooper Kupp, touchdown Seattle.
Touchdown Seahawks.
Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now the pressure shifts to your defense. Your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Seahawks have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. To return is Hubbard. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Panthers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Ernest Jones in there for the sack. It is a loss of 6 to begin the drive.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Now on 2nd and long. Tremble comes in motion. And the back judge throws the flag. He looks at the ball, looks at the clock. Clock says 0. That's a delay of game.
Still 2nd down.
They'll come up now for 2nd down. To throw is Young. The throw here is complete. And he's going to be taken down, and that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd down.
Time now becoming a factor as we get to 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
If you can rush the passer, you can close out games. And that 3rd down sack is going to go a long way to closing this one out. Forces 4th and long, a desperate offensive possession. It's going to all come down to this 4th down try.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll go. Young. He'll air it out down the middle. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. And this game not quite in hand yet. Still, all 3 timeouts left for the defense, so they can't just kneel this one out. But 1 first down will essentially end the game. They'll run right. Here's Walker. And the Seahawks are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
17 yards.
The Panthers will take their 1st timeout. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down.
2-yard line.
Now, Darnold. Oh, and a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their 2nd, and they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. The Panthers, they're going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down. Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd.
Darnold now to throw. This one is caught on 4th and goal. They deliver. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Now the point after try from Myers. He's got it, and the Seahawks have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. After the TD, Myers comes on now to kick it away. This taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Bryce Young and the Panthers now down on the scoreboard. 1:06 to go. Field goals useless now. They need 2 touchdowns, and they need them in short order as they begin with first down. Here's Young. Pass taken in by Dowdle. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because, think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. A gain of 11 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. Just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Throwing on second down, Young. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. They were forced to travel cross-country. They get the early start, 10 a.m. on their body clocks. They're happy now. They come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Oates. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.